Hi everyone, welcome to the 20th episode of Leaders and Influencers. Today we have Mr. Anant Srivastava, who is one of the prominent exporters of India. He is the founder of Sky Exports, and he's also the president of HEWA, which stands for Home Textile Exporters Welfare Association. So very, very warm welcome, Mr. Srivastava, and we are very, very happy to have you here with us.
Definitely.
So I just hope it's going to be I'm sure it's going to be a very great session and full of your great insights, because I'm personally very excited to understand exports more from you. So yeah, it's going to be a very great session. So are you ready for the questions?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I would like to say thank you. Definitely, thank you, my dear. And I am also happy to be frankly, I'm saying that to be very happy that we are also be a part of this 20th episode of this Blogger Alliance.
Great. So everyone, let's just get started and let's ask him certain questions and let's have all the insights from him. And I would like to have a little bit of background and your vision for our audiences to understand. So Mr. Srivastava, could you share with us the journey that led you to co-found Sky Exports, and what vision drove you to venture into home textiles?
Yeah, as I entered into the business after my completion of Masters of International Business, directly into the business like that, you can say. So I did training in the logistics sector. First of all, to understand well about the logistical complications, because in the export business, logistic part is very important to how to handle the logistic part. So it is very important. It is very important to understand the complexities of the logistic, what is going on, because you know well that in the current situation, the logistic disruption is very majorly hurting the export industry, you can say.
Yeah.
And after that, in 2009, just after completion, we co-founded, like you can say, as a bootstrap startup. I co-founded my company Sky Export Import Private Limited. In that, we started to explore the product. You can say like whatever the home textile product. So I just by one I just targeting the all the product and sorry. So one by one, we just targeting the all home textile product, and slowly and gradually we got my product. In that, we are just exporting till now. That was towel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it is very important when you deal in the export. It is very important to focus the product, and it is very much important to know about the buyers, because everyone just searching for the buyer how you can sell, because the product already in India. So it is okay that product you already have, but it is also very complexities to identify the product which you are going to be export, because there are a lot of product in the initially if you go for the market and you want to start the you can say start the business. So there are a lot of business, there are a lot of product, but it is very important to identify the real product in which you can indulge yourself and you can do the work like that. So
it's very important to have the expertise in the product that you are going to export.
You need to know the product before going ahead, so that you can know about the product, then you can know the buyer. The second thing, it is very important to know the buyer whom you are going to sell the product. So initially we work a lot to understand the buyer, the product, everything. Then we start chasing the buyers, and we are slowly and gradually we are getting some orders, and just we are completing the orders, and we start our journey from there only. Until now, we are exporting more than 75 countries.
Oh, wow. That's a kudos to you. I mean, that's so cool. And because you have gone through this entire procedure, this process of, finding buyers and understanding the product, and as you explained, the process. So it has its own struggle and challenges and milestones. So in the process of establishing Sky Exports, what were some of the most significant challenges, and more importantly, how were you able to overcome those challenges?
Business is always be a challenge, you can say. Every business is challenging when you start it. So, but in my term, till now, definitions are a lot of definition to tell about the business challenges. But what I come to the point, there are 3 steps only, what I'm thinking. But behind that, there is a big struggle over there. But the 3 things we need to identify, then we need to make the business simple. That whatever the product we are going to deal, that is another thing. But first of all, I need to know what are the complexities will come in our business. So 3 things we need to make sure that is product. First of all, we need to identify the product. The second thing that we need to identify the logistic. And the third thing that we need to identify the payment. So in the international business, these 3 points make a cycle, because first of all, you need to identify the product what you are going to be delivered. You need to ensure that whatever the product you are going to export, that should be up to the mark. Up to the mark as per the buyer, whatever the specification he already ordered to you. It is very important to make sure that whatever the certification, whatever the story behind that, you need to know before that. Because after that, this is the product challenge. You just make sure the delivery, whatever it is, in a whatever time he already given to you, you need to make sure that the product will be delivered on a time. So there is a product challenge. The first challenge, that is the product, and the second challenge, that is the logistical challenge. So logistical challenge is also a big challenge. Suppose the buyer given you order and you already make the order on a time, but if the shipment will not deliver on the time, then it will all spoil. The cycle will spoil. So it is very important, because all the trends just chasing behind the seasons. Suppose he orders like a winter product like that, and you are delayed in a logistic sector like that. Logistic people's delay your shipment, and it will reach in the winter, or you order for the summer. So it will no use for that. He will lose the money. So maybe next time he will not order to you. So it is very important to make sure the logistic challenges, because logistic challenges is not like for 1-2 days or 15 days, 16 days. Nowadays, we already just saw in the past few days, you can say, there is a problem in the sea, Red Sea, like that. So the containers are delayed 2 months, like that, 3 months. So it is not easy task, because it is going across the country, and when it will reach over there, the climate will change. So this is the biggest challenge. You need to ensure that the logistic challenge, it is very important. The goods will reach on time and perfectly, as the goods you send over there, it will reach over there in a same manner. So this is the logistic challenge. And the last,
payment.
That is the payment. So payment is very important, that international business, if you stuck over there in the payment, because the margins now, you know well that it is only 1, 2, 3% like that people are working, and your whole capital will block over there. So that is the biggest challenge, that the payment need to become as per the agreement, whatever you already done. So this is the third thing, is that the payment challenge is very important challenge. And other, you can say, if these are the 3 basic fundamental that we need to take care about that, so that we can go ahead. And otherwise, there are other challenges that we have lot of challenges if we see in the international market. Like that, there is a currency fluctuation is also related to the payment, you can say. So the currency fluctuation is a very important part in the export business, because as I'll tell you the example, we did shipment in Russia last year. And that time that was a war zone like that. But even though we already shipped the goods anyhow, and we already visited over there in Russia, in Moscow, and we just speak to the buyer and everything, and everything has been done. Because that time it is very difficult to send the courier to the Russian buyers, because all the flight was sanctioned. So it is very challenging to deliver the product over there before sending the goods. So anyhow, we just take the flight and we went over there and we just spoken to the client directly, and we just manage everything, and we just make the agreement. Everything was done, but the main thing is that the Indian ruble, India INR, you can say, and the ruble trade was there. So we already have the you can say account in a Sabar Bank of Russia. So we already manage anyhow the transactions. But the fluctuation was amazing. You don't believe that how much fluctuation was there, because the rupee was ruble, you can say maybe it was differences in the 30-40% like that. Because when we booked the order, then it was like 1.3 ruble is equal to 1 rupee like that. But when we ship the shipment and we get the payment after, you can say, maybe you can say 3 months after that, we receive the payment, and that time the currency was go below.
Wow.
And we lose more than 20 lakh rupees in a whole shipment, because consignment was very big. So these are the currency fluctuation. This is example for the Russia I'm telling you. But even though there is a other, if we talk about the ruble, if we talk about the dollar, if we talk about the euro, because margins are not as much as. So we need to be take care about that. It is very important that
the currency fluctuation needs to be looked after. So basically, three things you have pointed out. The product, you should know what your product is. You should have the expertise in that. You should know what your buyer wants and how they want the product, what their expectations are. Secondly, it's the handling logistics. If you are good in handling that, then it's a good situation if for an exporter, if you have your, and as I know that you excel in logistics. So
the logistic part is important, and meanwhile another point is also, apart from the currency, another point is also very important, that is technological variances. Because as now we are just given to the example for the Russian companies like that. So Russian companies, what they are doing, they already applying their product tracking and tracing. So tracking and tracing is that they apply in the, even earlier it was not in the garment, or you can say the textile product, but now it is also be there. So they track each and every piece. They track each and every piece.
Yeah.
By the QR code, by the QR code and RFD, radio frequency identification. They put over there, and they don't want to hold container in the customs. So for that, what they are doing nowadays, they just send their all the information, all the technology to the Indian companies to work like that. And whatever the product they are going to send over there, they need to be ensured that each and every piece have their QR code. Every piece have their QR code, and every piece already has been scanned before sending the container over there. So when it will reach over there, it will only just, they scan the container and it will go out. If there is a single piece, there is a problem in the container, they will return back all the full container. So this is the biggest challenge for the technological variances. So we need to adapt the technological variances, whatever it is. So it is very important part. We need to be careful before shipment.
Yeah, thank you for shedding lights over the challenges and how to overcome those. So moving on to the next question, I would like you to tell us about the Global Textile Summit, which was organized by HEWA at Benares recently.
Yeah, it was good. The summit witnessed the, you can say, the convergence of international buyers from many countries: Libya, Russia, Iran, Yemen, Canada, and various other countries. They came together at a single platform. So that was really a good opportunity for us and for the all export communities as well, because they have got the opportunity to meet the buyers in a single platform, and they have the opportunity to speak to the buyer, and they have the opportunity to know the whatever the changes is going on. As I told you, for the Russia, the changes is going on, the technological variations is coming. So they already came over there and they let us know how to handle it. So this is very important, and they also came to know about the new trend, what is going on. So,
Okay.
all this summit, this type of summit, and it is very important that the exporters, they need to know about the whatever trend is going on, and by the support of Ministry of MSME, I'm thankful to Minister, Textile Ministry as well as the Ministry of MSME, that they given me the opportunity to organize that summit over there in Varanasi, and
Yeah.
that is the place for our beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. And it was good that on that day there was a big event also over there, and so Prime Minister also be there in that city. So that make our summit was very wonderful.
That's amazing. That's so great to know. And recently, HEWA also co-organized an event in USA. Would you like to tell our audiences something about that?
Yeah, HEWA Home Textile Exporter Welfare Association, by under the IC scheme, we also interested by the Ministry of MSME Government of India, that we participate with Indian companies, Indian MSMEs companies, in the High Point Market, North Carolina, USA, in October session 14 to 18. Actually, High Point Market, they organize twice in a year. So
Okay.
I was there in October session. So that
Okay.
was very nice because 100,000 buyer was there,
Oh, wow.
and
So
that
many.
was amazing. Yeah, that was amazing because all the big buyers. Actually, this fair was for the furniture market, but home textile and home furniture, both are correlated to each other, because textile is furniture is nothing without the textile.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So all together, we went over there, and many companies participated over there by the support of Ministry of MSME, and we learned about lot of things from the USA. And we are hoping that next time we also will get the support from the ministry and we'll go over there. And the main thing is that the buyer, there are a lot of buyers, just supplier need to cash. Even the shuttle, you can say, even the hotel, you can say, the whole city is from like that. Everybody is chasing the market. Everybody is over there, the buyer and seller, everywhere over there. So there is no need to be sit into the stall. You can speak to the buyer in the tea stall, as well as in a shuttle, as well as in a hotel, as well as. So like that, there is a big market over there. So that is why that name was the High Point Market.
Okay,
So it's not a
that's
place,
really interesting. Yeah.
market.
Yeah, I wish I would there too. And thanks
Next
for
time you need to come. Yeah.
certainly, certainly. So I mean, I would love to. So I mean, it's a very valuable piece of information that our audiences are getting from you, that about platforms, and you created HEWA for exporters who can help each other, and creating a platform where exporters can actually meet buyers from different parts of the world, which is so great. And your insights were wonderful. And thank you so much, Mr. Srivastava, for your wonderful insights and for giving us your time, and for answering all the questions so beautifully.
Thank you too, because you already you chosen the question. Whatever, I don't know exactly how I reacted, but your question was good. My reaction, I don't know exactly how it was. I hope that you understand well.
Certainly. So, guys, this was our 20th episode with Anant Srivastava, who is a brilliant exporter. And I just hope that this would help other budding exporters pretty much. And it's always great to learn from, others' experiences, and from somebody who has had a lot of experience like Mr. Srivastava. So there are many more episodes to come. In the next episode, we'll make it as valuable and as informative as this episode. And this is Amandeep Kaur Narula saying goodbye for now, and asking you to stay tuned and subscribe to our channel and follow us for more such videos. Have a great time. And thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Anant Srivastava. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.